Alright guys, so in one of my previous video I showed you guys this team right over here, which is going to be one of the better teams right now inside of the arena, utilizing Espresso Vampire as well as Caramel Arrow, along with their newest healer, Cream Unicorn Cookie. However, for any of you guys who do not have Vampire as well as Espresso leveled up, but you still have Caramel Arrow and you want to utilize Cream Unicorn Cookie, there's another speed comp that you guys can use right now, and that is going to be this team right over here. And that is going to be utilizing Caramel Arrow, Financier, we have Sorbet Shark, Eclair, as well as Cream Unicorn Cookie, utilizing the Enchanted Robe for the attack speed buff. So quickly talking about this team right now, I've used it for a couple battles, and I have to say I have about 90% win rate. I will have to say there's one team in particular that I'll never use this team against, and that is going to be Summoner Comp. But besides that, I'll have to say within the Master 2 area right now for pure vanilla server, I'll be able to win majority of the teams. So let me go over the topping real quick, and that is going to be a bit different for our Financier Cookie. So it is going to be different than what you guys have seen before with the full solid almond build, but this time around it's going to be full sweet chocolate. So we are utilizing that 3-second start for Financier Cookie. So you need to have a full swift chocolate set with 17.3% cooldown at least in order to utilize the cooldown set bonus with the 5% to make 22.3%, which is going to give Financier Cookie that 3-second start. The reason why is because you need to have Financier use her skill first to buff up Caramel Arrow before she jumps to the back and starts shooting her arrows. So that's the reason why we are utilizing this set. It is a little bit riskier because we are sacrificing that damage resist. However, because we do have Cream Unicorn Cookie with that passive damage resist buff as well as the Financier Cookie's damage resist buff, we're having a decent amount already being stacked up. So 20% from her as well as 15% from Cream Unicorn. So you are having a bit of a extra damage resist buff that you are able to utilize without having full solid almond. And the next one is going to be Caramel Arrow. Caramel Arrow is also going with a bit of a riskier build, but a more of a damage or the offensive build here, and that is going to be utilizing 5 of the Searing Raspberry. So because of the fact that we have Financier Cookie being able to shield Caramel Arrow as well as Cream Unicorn once again being able to buff up and give extra damage resist to our Caramel Arrow, we can utilize a set like this where we are able to have attack speed as well as damage resist, crit as well as attack in order to deal more damage and have an explosive damage output at the very end when she is going to dash at the enemies. So make sure to have at least, I believe 5.5% is what people have been saying, in order to shoot at least around 8 to 9 arrows to deal more damage to the enemies. And of course make sure she has the highest attack speed in order to take the Enchanted Robe buff. And next one is going to be Eclair. Eclair is going to be utilizing 5 of the solid almond because you do need to have Eclair alive. You can see that my cooldown is about 7.5% right now. It is going to be more on the higher end. A lot of people do recommend having around 8% if you guys can, but of course, that's not possible for everybody. So instead of giving it to someone like Sorbet as well as my Cream Unicorn, I actually gave Eclair because his weakness debuff stack is going to be very, very important in order to kill off any of the Eclair, Vampire, and enemy, Clotted Cream on the other side, and to kill them off before they are able to do more damage. But of course, if you guys do not have a lot of cooldown, then you guys can just focus on damage resist first and then give extra cooldown when you guys can. Next one is going to be my Sorbet Shark. Sorbet Shark is utilizing the full solid almond here as well, with a focus on damage resist and a bit on the cooldown. Of course, once again, if you guys have the luxury to, then having around 8% cooldown is going to be the best for Sorbet Shark in order for them to utilize their skill within the time frame where they're able to do a lot more damage. All right, and the next one is going to be Cream Unicorn Cookie. They're also utilizing 5 solid almond here. Of course, if you guys have extra cooldown here as well, it is going to help out, but you guys can see that I have about 2.6%. If you guys don't have any, it's okay to do that, but focus on the damage resist side first, and then if you guys have the luxury, then add a little bit more cooldown on the side. So that is going to be the team right over here. And another thing that I forgot to mention quickly is going to be that Cream Unicorn needs to be the second cookie who's going to utilize the Enchanted Robe buff. Alright, so with all of that out of the way and the explanation out of the way, let's go into battle and let me show you guys exactly how strong this team is inside of the arena right now. Alright guys, so we have another kind of a speed comp here with Financier Dark Account as well as a Caramel Arrow. So here we go, let's see how well this team is going to do against this team right over here. So this team is definitely going to be one of the teams that you guys probably have already built, because you know Eclair is one of the best cookies, as well as Sorbet Shark has been utilized inside of the arena for a very long time. So I feel like you know, a lot of you guys should be able to build this team. Maybe the only thing that will be a bit harder is going to be the topping setting. Of course, that is going to be a bit of on the like a hard end, except you know this team, even with the lower cooldown for the solid almond, it is still strong. Alright, so you guys can see like that team didn't even stand a chance here, guys. So Sorbet Shark being able to deal true damage to the tanks, being able to shred any of the double tank comps here, as well as Caramel Arrow being able to stack the arrow buff and then being able to do massive damage based on their HP. And then, you know, Eclair just having that weakness debuff stack is just so good right now. And on top of that, if there's any time, you know, your cookies are about to die, Cream Unicorn Cookies heal is just massive. It brings back cookies from the brink of death. So that's the reason why Cream Unicorn Cookie is so good right now. Alright guys, so we have another team right over here. It's going to be Wallberry and maybe Financier here, as well as maybe Espresso Eclair or even Clotted Cream right now. So let's just go and see how well we do against this team. Alright, here we go. So they're actually utilizing Espresso here and that Insignia. So when a cookie dies, it's, you know, that heal is gonna come out. But right now, I have to say this team is very, very, very strong, guys. And you know, I'm sure a lot of you guys have them built already. So just utilize them. The only thing is going to be toppings, right, for a lot of us. And I still need to be on the better end as well if I want to reach higher ranks. So definitely utilize the event that's going on right now for the topping piece upgrades or the topping piece farming that I've shared in the previous video, so that you guys are able to upgrade your toppings a little bit more. And then of course utilize the burning event that is going on for the Trio Wishes in order to gain some more coins here. So there you guys go. Easy victory right there, man. 4.8 million damage by Caramel Arrow. You guys can see the damage buff as well as the damage resist buff onto our Caramel Arrow from Financier, as well as the weakness debuff from Eclair, and then the healing from our Cream Unicorn is just making this team so strong and just focusing all of the damage output onto Caramel Arrow. Alright guys, a Master 1 here, a Caramel Arrow, probably going to be a Dark Account as well as a Financier, or maybe Wildberry and Financier. But here we go, let's go and see how well we do. So some people might be saying, hey, Cream Unicorn is not that strong. Cream Unicorn's healing is a little bit weaker. Yes, you might think that way, but really, I feel like Cream Unicorn's skill as well as the release of Cream Unicorn has kind of put the you know, the rampage of Vampire Cookie on a hold a little bit. Of course, Vampire Cookie is still very strong. However, Cream Unicorn Cookie utilizes the damage output from Vampire to heal a lot more for your cookies. So because Vampire is able to do so much burst damage at once, after he uses his skill and, you know, bites off one of your cookies' HP, then Cream Unicorn can come out and heal that HP right back up because of the amount of HP lost, as long as your cookie is not dead. And usually, you know, the cookie is not dead in the first bite as long as they do have a decent amount of damage resist. So you guys can see right over here once again, 4.9 million damage here. And then for our Cream Unicorn, 4.6 million healing. That is a ton of healing, guys. So definitely a very strong team and a very stable team as well right now inside of the arena. Alright guys, so we have a Grandmaster 3 this time around. They also utilizing the Caramel Arrow comp. Let's see if we can beat this team as well. So I think the real perk here for this team is definitely the fact that they are not utilizing any of the ancients and legendaries, as well as utilizing the cookies that has been part of the meta for a long time, or has been part of the meta previously, and allowing the cookies to come back so that you guys can utilize them inside of your team, you know, without having to invest in new cookies that you guys haven't already. So some of these teams that we share, like Purple Yam as well as Espresso Vampire, they do require you guys to level them up as well as invest in their magic candy. However, in this team, you just need to have the cookies that you guys probably have already leveled up and just stick them in there and utilize the toppings that has been recommended. So I think that's the real good strong point and the perk of this team right now. And once again, Caramel Arrow just doing so much damage. Alright guys, so that's gonna be one of the teams, but in the next video I'm actually going to be covering this team right over here. You guys can see a lot of my previous defense team has lost to this Financier, Camo Arrow, we Affogato, Eclair, as well as the Cream Unicorn team. So I'm actually going to be covering that team next time if I have the chance to do so, and we'll bring that to you guys after I find out more about it. And a lot of people are actually utilizing this team as their offensive team, so I will definitely let you guys know. And of course, once again guys, this team is very weak against Summoner Comp, so I don't recommend you guys to go in on any Summoner Comp. If you guys do utilize them inside of a defense team, then make sure to see a lot of losses from the Summoner Comp. But once again guys, this is going to be a very strong team right now. I hope you guys can utilize this team. And of course, once again, even if you guys have a little bit lacking toppings, especially for the cooldown aspect of things with the solid almond, you guys can still utilize it. I would say the best thing to do right now is make sure that Financier at least has that 17.3% cooldown with a good damage resist in order for her to survive, as well as utilizing Caramel Arrow's Searing Raspberry build so that she's able to just do a massive amount of damage for your team. Anyways guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys found it helpful. Good luck with your arena battles. I'll continue to update you guys on the newest arena teams whenever possible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.